Hi guys, it's Connie from Study Read Write, and I've been asked to do a quick flip through my Midori Traveler's Notebook because I'm a travel journalist and I use it on my travels, and I use it nearly every day, and people were interested how that works. So I've got a brown regular size Midori Traveler's Notebook. And because I'm a traveller, I had to go for the limited edition PanAm pen loop, and I got my favourite Tolkien quote, "Not all those who wander are lost," as a connector charm, and that's by Quotefangirl on Etsy. Right, if you open it up, I've got, first of all, the Ziplock bag, and as you can see, it's already set up for my upcoming trip to London. So in here well, I've got a map, which always comes in handy. I've got my booking references for my flight and my accommodation. I'll be going to Cardiff, so I got my train tickets last week when I was in Manchester, and I've got spare rubber bands because, you know, they're the office supply ones, so they are likely to break, but they are thinner than the Midori brand rubber bands, and I like them better that way. Right, so that's the front of the Ziplock. I'm just putting everything back in. The PanAm sticker I actually got with the Ziplock bag because I'd ordered it and it said it was in stock, but then it was out of stock, so to make up for it they included a sticker, which I really like. And then the back of the Ziplock bag, I've got my theatre tickets in because I'm going to London and I'll be going to see 3 plays. And what I really like, especially when the Midori is a bit chunkier, is that the opening of the Ziplock in the back is hidden, so nothing can fall out. Quite like that. Right, my first insert, and I've made all of these myself. My first insert is a 6-month calendar, and it's got 2015 in the front, it's got 2016 in the back, and then it's got a monthly overview, which is undated, so I can add the days myself. And then it's got 4 to 5 weeks, with week on one page and space for notes on the other. So that was last week, for example. This is this week, and that's August. So as you can see, I'll be really busy in August, and that's my first week, and notes are ready for London. Then I've got a travel planner. Again, I made this myself. I've got 10 pages like this, which is a destination overview, so I can put down, where I'm going, what country, when I arrive, the method of transport, so whether I go by car, train, plane, and so on, where exactly I arrive and depart from. In this case, it's London Heathrow. My accommodation. There's space for contact details for the accommodation, space for booking references, additional info, attractions, and itinerary. Now, I know my itinerary for London is a bit out of sync, so it's not chronological. I just added it, whenever I knew I'd be doing something, I added it. But it's just for me, so I can work with that. So there's 10 pages like that to plan. And then I've got 2 months worth of self-made Hobonichi style inserts. So it's a day per page, where I can track, the weather, the temperature, my mood, where I've been. And I like to plan ahead and use the icons used for bullet journaling. Now, this is not proper bullet journal as such, mainly because I need to be able to plan ahead, and bullet journaling doesn't really allow for it. But so I use the triangle when I have to do something, and the circles are are events, and yeah, and then I just add notes underneath, and I try to do, if I can plan ahead, I try and do it in colors. So everything in light blue is travel related, everything orange is social or meetings, everything in this sort of pink is events like the theatre plays and so on. So I'm trying to plan ahead, and I've already assigned pages to London so I can, you know, add all the info I already have, like what time I need to check out by, what time the flight is, and so on. This currently is set up for 2 months, but I can obviously increase or decrease the number of pages. Then I've got an expense tracker for a couple of pages, because I do like to keep track of my spending and have an overview, and I'll actually sit down at the end of the day and go through the receipts. Then I've got a couple of pages just grid paper for notes, and I've got 5 pages worth of address book as well, because you never know who you meet, or whether you want to write down the address of that museum or that restaurant that you went to, so there's space for that. Then I've got a normal just note paper, grid paper notebook. This is the thickest one I've got. It's 100 pages, mainly because I do take a lot of notes, and I do prefer grid paper over ruled, because my writing is fairly small. So on ruled paper there's usually too much white space to for me to leave, basically, and I don't like the way it looks, and I don't like wasting space on the page, and I can't do the dotted ones. It just looks weird, and my writing isn't neat enough, especially once I get to proper note-taking or writing along with an interview. It looks like chicken scratching, so and I can't draw, so blank paper is not for me. So here I've planned London a bit, the theatre place I'm going to, museums I'd like to visit, bookshops, I'm really into books, eateries, places to visit, markets, and so on. And then behind all of this, I will then use this as a travel journal, but also start writing my reviews in this, take notes, and everything else you usually use a notebook for, make lists and all of that. If I do any interviews, they'll go in here. Yeah, it's just so it's all in one place, really. Then I've got my last insert for now. I've got this as a general review one as well. However, this one is specifically for theatre and concerts. And the way it's set up is the title of the play, the venue, location of the venue, the date, start and finish time, whether it was a play, a musical, a concert, a screening, or whatever. The rating I gave it, the main cast and characters, the plot or a summary, and just one page for notes as well. And I've added this one rather than the general review one, because I know I'll be reviewing 3 plays. So this one is just a bit more detailed, and all the other reviews, like for museums and so on, they will go into the normal notebook for now. And I've got this little thing, which comes in really handy. It's a clip-on ruler, and bookmark, and I got this from MyWriteStuff on Etsy as well. Unfortunately it's the wrong color. I wanted yellow. I got gold. Lesson learned, next time order green or pink or something that can't be confused with gold, but hey ho. As my bookmark, I'm using my initial and a peace sign because they were the only two beads that were available in my local arts and crafts store. But yeah, that's the setup of my Midori. I've got a thin pen, which my colleagues actually made me because it's got BBC Sherlock on the side. I got this last year for my birthday. And then I keep everything in this little bag by Traveler's Factory because it fits exactly, and because I keep taking it in and out of my bag all day long, and I'm a bit worried of snagging the elastic holding it together, or ripping the pen loop off and all that. Plus the bag allows me to put extra receipts in, or if I know I'll be taking my dictaphone, it can live in the bag as well. There's enough space and so on. So it's all in one place, and it's just one big thing to lift out of the bag without having to worry about, breaking anything off. So that's my setup, and that's what I use on the road, and I hope you like it. Bye!